Ola ita Kamala Mubanele Reo, and this is The Mentality. This is a show where we're going to be seeing Grootmans, Ahlangana Nintwana. We bring them together. We're going to be talking entrepreneurship. We're going to be talking physical health. We're going to be talking mental health. Today, Sisepukiponi and Solintana Zetu, Solama Grootmans Wetu, and we're going to be going on a bike ride. Sure, I see. Yeah, sure. Shafere, Nandi. But gents, Fere Ganjan, good right. Bababs, Skipan, as hiking, I'm trying. Hola. Oh, now it's all right. Bro, Ami, Fere, Njari, Nandi. Sharp. No, thank you for inviting us to your place today. So, Njel and Fetch, what are we doing?
We'll be cycling.
Yeah.
To spin like us.
All right. Sharp. Let's do it.
Sanbona Buffett. I hope that you're good. Tinyiki Kamane, co-founder of iBhoni. So every Sunday we host our Sunday morning rides, coffee rides we call them. This is just to introduce our Tekasi to eco-fi and the lifestyle of cycling. So each and every morning we have this briefing before we ride out. It's nothing hectic. It's about 10 to 15 Ks. And then we're coming back to the shop to chill afterwards, but the bikes are outside and ready. So right now everyone will just be given a quick 5 minutes to test out their bike and everything, and then we line up outside and then we continue with the tour. The rules of the road, Bandile will be in front. You'll see him when he comes out, he will be in front. We always keep to the left side of the road. Rules of the road, obviously, this is left, this is right, this is stop, and this is slow down. But the person in front will always be guiding us, and yeah.
All right, so manje, we're going on a ride with Grootmans iBhoni and also boys today, men tomorrow. See you on that side. So this is our first stop on our bike ride. We are joined by an organization called Boys Today, Men Tomorrow. This is more than just a bike ride. We are addressing issues as the mental health, physical health, and also entrepreneurship. You're gonna see all of these things in the show today. We're gonna have a sit down with the founder, iBhoni. We're gonna have an interview with one of the kids, they call them Amatorki. And you've seen them around the Soweto, they're doing their bikes, they're having fun, and those are the people that we're going to be talking to today. Yeah, sure. So we just came back from our ride. That was a very searchy session. We went through Orlando West and also Orlando East. Now we are going to go and have a chat Grootmans and here with Bas Patilin. We're going to be talking mental health. We're going to be talking entrepreneurship. Also, we're going to be talking physical health. But before that, you also need to take a physical break. See you after this. Sure. All right, so we are back. It's The Mentality Kamala Mubanele Reo, and today I have Umpumelelo Mtinzo, and he is the founder of iBhoni. And with us we have Amagents of Boys Today and Men Tomorrow. So we're going to go into it, and welcome on the show, Njani.
Thank you for
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So my first question: how long have you been running this business?
I've been running this business for the past 6 years. This is our 7th year.
Yeah. Okay. And so it's not easy to start a business, and it's not an easy thing to do. But above everything, right? There's a lot of emotions that you go through. I mean, did you go through? I'm sure you had a job before, right?
No.
You never had a job before.
From school to business.
Yeah, from
school to business.
Okay.
Never worked a day in my life except for myself. So yeah, I'm going to scale business. Yeah.
Okay, but that's a difficult thing, because how did you then tell your parents ukuthi wena awufuni ukuthola umsebenzi? It's not an easy thing.
Yeah, no, it's not. Especially because mina ngumntana kamakhulu, yabo.
Oh yeah.
So ngikhuluma nomakhulu endlini. So ukumtshela ukuthi I'm not doing about doctor or anything. That's difficult. With your nabelungu, yeah, no, they didn't take it very lightly. But I had to be strong, and eventually show the results, which is imali.
Oh yeah.
The minute you call imali across every month, then you are doing something.
Yes.
Until then, I just cut.
Yeah. So, man, when you picked, I mean, they go into various types of businesses. There are businesses that are considered to be easy. Let's take maybe food business. Let's take fashion, right? Yeah. So, why did you choose to go the route of bicycles? Because it isn't even a lucrative business.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what you pay, but why I chose the bicycle is because I've traveled, I've moved around quite a bit. So
yeah,
and I saw this could be a market, especially like Soweto. So it's a bicycle, in tourism, then you have a winning product.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
All right. So now, I'm sure there were challenges.
Yeah.
Right. So, what are those challenges that really made you want to give up? Where you say, as in, I really don't want to do this anymore.
Capital. So started this business with 0 bicycles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had no money to buy my bicycle, but I was a bicycle tour company.
Okay.
But I think in iBhoni or anything like that, so I had to make a plan. So during making that plan, for 2 years, I would hire my bicycle to do my bicycle tours. So I didn't get a profit at all. So for 2 years, it was just a matter of pushing and making sure which I learn as much as I can, and marketing the business.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at it for 2 years.
Okay.
Obviously, you never understand which how not. 2 years you want to pay, when are we seeing the money?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And
so
didn't that exert pressure on you?
It did.
Maybe
it did.
Yeah. So how did you deal with that? Like, is there anything that we are like physically or otherwise, where you like, I'm gonna do this for myself or for my mental health, for me to be able to speak to I'm gonna do this?
I think the best thing to do for me, the best thing that I did was skill. So that's how I keep my mental health in check. That's how I become strong. By skill, 50 kilometers in E1. So with that pressure, then I just go and show more.
Yeah.
When I come back, then I'm able to express a better to say, no, man, plan. Eventually, it's the plan. You know what I mean? So if you or said,
yeah. So, Manje, you said you ran this business, right? Right? At all.
Yeah.
So, but how did you move from not having money at all, right, and started making profit? At what point?
At a point where now people knew Guti went on election, right?
Okay.
So now you have bigger groups.
Yeah.
So you need to manage imalenke na.
Okay.
So obviously you build them a relationship. So that's relationship building.
Oh,
so
yes.
Because I aspire and
okay.
say meaning me site in lab
Yeah.
all right. So with that money, then you manage to spend and then eventually think by skill, one by one. Eventually you have 40 fleets.
No, super. So tell me, you have a partner in your business,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they say as a song, when you start a business and you have a partner, there's gonna be friction when it comes to money.
Yeah.
Did you have those frictions?
Not really. Well, we don't have yet. Maybe as of
maybe later.
Yeah, maybe later. But now, I think it's just an understanding. You coming into a business that is built from 0 budget.
Yeah.
Well, so Imali was never really the target or the main focus of the business.
Yeah.
The business was to serve the community, serve the tourists, and basically tell a positive story of Soweto.
Yes.
Because when umuntu oza ne-idea yakho, hey, bathe eSoweto kusona sona so that was the basic main focus for the business.
Yeah.
So manje makufika imali kufika nama-partner, then you are able ukuthi mfethu bheka, this was never the target, but manje basekhona, this is what you're gonna get.
Oh yes.
Yeah, well, so it's easier to have those conversations around imali. In my case.
In your case.
Yeah,
okay.
in my case.
So we hope mine slap, right?
Sure.
Sharp. So after the break, let's go into what it takes for you to be a Grootman and the things that you're doing for the community. Sharp. So now we're back, and this is the mentality. We have Mpumelelo Mtiso, who is the founder of iBhoni. Before we went to a ad break, we asked Uguti, is he a Grootman, and what are the things that he's doing as a Grootman? So take it away. When's that as a Grootman in Kasla?
I mean, look, I look after my chance.
Okay.
There's a lot of kids that are interested in bicycle in my case. So I make sure they have access to bicycle and the cycling industry as a whole. The information, because I think more than anything, if I'm a Grootman way to pass down in knowledge, the information, the how to, then would be far a life in. So that's what I'm trying to do as a Grootman to the younger guys.
So, but how do you get them interested? Because maybe sometimes you'd be like, hey, iBhoni is like, I mean, I'm not interested in something else. Maybe I want to do music.
Yeah.
How do you approach that?
I think, especially Soweto, there's ways to approach that because if you look at me, I make a living out of bicycle. So I share that story in my chance to say, look, one day uzo my Grootman, you know what I mean? So you need different hustle and of them. Yeah, well, so that's how I approached with that angle. You, at some point, you have to sustain yourself. So bicycle in tourism could be one of those things.
Yeah. Another thing about bicycle is the physical benefits of it, right? And of course, if you have physical benefits, we have mental benefits. So tell me, when it comes to the physical benefits, in Duana, if they join bicycle, what are they? What are there any benefits that
Yeah. I mean, it's tummy. First of all,
it's tummy.
You know what I mean? So I think those are the benefits. And also, man, at some point in South Africa, we're one of the obese people apparently in the world. So they can have some sort of benefit so that we don't get to the point again if we're off that list. Yeah, well, so those are the benefits. I mean, cycling every day is the same as walking. But if you walk 20 minutes a day, good. It's the same with cycling. So instead of 20 minutes, you can cycle 10 minutes, you'll be good.
Yeah, and then you so none.
100%. You know what I mean?
So Manje, going into the future of it, what do you think the cycling culture is going?
Yeah, I think more especially so, I think cycling culture is creating its own lane. In general, cycling has been known as a white sport. You look at Tour de France, there's only like 2 black people or 1 black person out of 500 cyclists. So with this Soweto, I think they're creating their own subculture of cycling. So I think that's where the future is. On whatever is being created right now in cycling. Right. Forget Amatite and racing. What they're creating right now, that's the future.
So Mpumi, we've talked about how you actually started a business Mali, and how you, during all of that time, right, you had the challenge of telling your family and also selling an idea of cycling to the community, right? So now you've been a Grootman, right, with the culture that you're building, right, or the culture that is happening around. Obviously, you build a legacy also. These young kids, right? They are interested in what you do, right? And you now in a position of which you need to serve them, right? So now I have people today, as you can see, right? These guys are from Boys Today and Men Tomorrow, and they're interested in asking what they're interested in knowing more about. Can we?
None.
Yes. None. All right, my gents, the floor is yours. Nali Grootman of the day, Brampumi. All right, so if you have any questions, let's take them away, guys. So okay.
To hold the mic.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ikamala Mushanganani, all the way from Proteatli in Grootman Lami. Nice to meet you, Mr. Mpumi.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Like, this is my first experience from iBhoni, and it's been good. What I'd like to understand is, Guti, with this all initiative,
Yeah.
what is your perceived or rather ultimate goal with regards to which, like, in future ufuna ukubona amajita anjani?
Yeah.
Ngithola like yini drive nokuthi ultimately what is it that you hope to achieve? Thank you.
All right. Yeah. The question yakho Sibali. Nyadlala. Simple mfana ne. I would love to see abompumi abangcono 10 times. You know what I mean? So lento engiyenzayo, I'd love to see you or whoever ayenza 10 times better than me. Yeah. Okay.
Muwandile Mabaso, all the way from Proteatlen. Grootman, this is my first time doing cycling, eh?
Yeah.
And ever since ngibona bayenza, it was something, bizarre, cycling.
Yeah.
But at least I got the experience, and I must say it was nice. So along the way, I discovered there's a question, in fact, that I would like to ask, which is something that I've discovered along the way. How did you manage to convince, if I were to put it in that way, that convince amajita like Indonesian from Ekasi to actually join this as a sport, rather not as a when you're doing cycling for the fun of it, so this is actually a sport and something that one could actually grow into. So how did you as a person grew into that, and how did you manage to hook amajita into that? Thanks.
I think in the age of the social media, it was easy because my bone kai. That's what I shanga mapaiski. That is your booze that I skip on, And then all I had to do was to show you who actually can make a living out of recycling, whether you race or fix a mapaiski or you wanna manage a team, right? Because also kumbule, ekas, ball and the netball was the only sports. All right. So now with things like social media and the TV, and people see, okay, cool, I'm up by ski 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then what about Karelo? And then a chance that came to me or a part of the Pokiponi Cycling Club, all I had to do was to welcome them. So I didn't necessarily convince Abantu per se, but then I was able to welcome Abantu because especially like us, when you want to do something, right? I'm a hot man, like, when I do it, or else you feel comfortable. So me, as Ipukiponi, the brand, we just open our arms and welcome Onkumundu. And it makes your life easy.
Kamala Mubanele, also known as Nizi. So my question for you, my brother, you're doing a good thing, like it's very beautiful. Mara, inteng no notice ngezinto ezikanje ekasi, like zayenzeka then ziphelele moyeni. So my question is, what is your plan on keeping this whole idea alive for a very long time?
Do you want an honest answer, or do you want the answer as a team?
An honest answer, my brother.
Yeah. For this to last a lifetime, the city of Joburg needs to play its part in supporting about the city of Joburg. There's so many bylaws, like I don't know. So good business. For me, there need to be approval from the municipalities. There need to be community involved. The only community they understand it sense they need to have a say whether this thing stays or not. So for this to last a lifetime, the city of Joburg and all the people that are in power in terms of supporting our entrepreneurs, programs in the government. I think we have 35% unemployment in South Africa. So what needs to happen for this to last is that the city of Joburg, the people in power, government, sees what we see on my skill and then support that. Then this would last.
Yeah, no, Chapruame for the question, Leana. Yeah, 100% I agree with you. We need the government to take part in these initiatives.
Yeah.
So let's have another question, right?
All right.
Amangoba. So, Grootmans lasekhaya, do you like offer mentorship programs to intwana zasekhaya?
Always look, I think shadies. Ngizamile ukuyenza mentorship, but then also running a business as well. To be quite honest, isikhathi asikho. So the only mentorship I can offer is that uzalive retail, we are funda, whatever we do, you become part of what we do. But I can't set this cut aside whereby sahamba so bloma kai ungitshela inkinga zakho and I'm like, all right, yenza so. You know what I mean? The only mentorship is that you come here, explore, be part of whatever we're building like higher. I think that's the only mentorship that I can offer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, in addition to that, Nguti, a lot of people do not understand how mentorship works.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think they see it as I come to you and you impart skills to me.
Yeah.
Right? However, they do not consider the fact, Nguti, when you're imparting the skills, you have to make time from whatever that you were doing.
Yeah.
So if you were spending, say, 8 hours doing something, if you want to mentor someone, it means Uguchi, you must cut that time to make it 6 hours. And you'd find Uguchi, when you cut that time, it actually affects you.
Yeah.
So I'm a Grootman when sometimes they say they can't mentor. It's not Uguchi, it's just that Uguchi, it's just about impossible for them to actually do it, just based on the time issue. All right, and thank you for the question. So, Prampumi, thank you for hosting us today at iBhoni. So, if someone wants to find you, how do they find you?
We're on social media, iBhoni, also on WhatsApp, 061 371 9013. Otherwise, yeah, hashtag Chauvin iBhoni was all.
All right, no, ngiyabonga. Easy. So, we also have, we also have Njabulo Shongwe, who is one of the leaders, the Matrokis, the Street Fighters, that's what they're called. Right, so we're going to welcome him just now. Njabulo Shongwe, yes, leader of Matrokis.
Leader of Soweto Street Fighters.
So it's Street Fighters.
Yeah.
Nenzan, what do you do?
So usually we're a group of young boys who are interested in bicycle, BMX, turkeys. Mostly we are interested in spinning, which is one of our tricks, and stands, and also teaching the community how to ride bikes, mostly as our recruiting young kids, which they should join the sport. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So umuntu join kanjani?
So into joining, not really. So we can recruit him, but not to be a member fully, because it's banning, yeah.
So you can join, but you can't be a member.
Okay, you can be a member,
but how do I become a member?
So usually you must investigate what can you do for the crew, because everyone on a road.
Oh, everyone on a road.
Yeah, so we're about 15. So omunye handle page, omunye organize my event, omunye ube representative, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. And then in this thing?
Early 2016. Yes, nabo put bethu which manje bayekile sebayenza imoto manje yabo.
Oh yeah.
So siqhubeka lapha bashiye khona.
How do you get money to buy the stuff for
usually sihlupha my parents endlini yabo ukuthi mama I like yabo.
Yeah.
And mama should make a plan of getting what you like then, and mostly vele it's about support vele as a parent or abanye abana parent maybe ugogo endlini awuthi okay uyenza izinto ezigrand awupay mama drugs yabo, like ufundisa community ukuthi like there's a great outcome kuma bicycle.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So now what kind of support are you looking for?
So usually support from the government asenzela ama sport complex wethu like ama bicycle since awukhona sport grounds, basketball, soccer and stuff, and since vele singana safe place of doing it because namanje senzele strateni and lots of cars, so maybe indawo ethe safe where we can host people ukuthi bazosibukela senza ama tricks ethu and doing riding as well.
So when it comes to safety, have you had any accidents and how do you deal with that if you do?
Yeah, I'm an accident so far. I had two.
Yeah, two. Yeah.
Yeah. So about safety, like we try by all means to practice safety, which being melisibe nama breki, and we also organize at least ama reflective jackets, which at least nana masambi busuku imoto wazibona, yabo. But safety yale car, but at least the 50-50. That we trying to do something which provide safety to the sport.
Yeah, so you do your own part in the sports.
Yes.
Okay, and so if you were to ask for anything from anyone, what would you ask for?
I would ask for support from the community because now you know who's like isibhekela phansi ukuthi ngala bafana bama bicycle ba driver kabi. Not all which is driver kabi because sometimes nathi safaka ama break which is follow ama road regulations and rules yabo. So support from the community like government and also from ama Grootmans who are on the roads as well, like our driving motor, taxi drivers as well. Yeah.
All right. No, sawonga mntanami.
Yeah.
Sharp, sharp. Hola. If you're going to start a business, you are going to have challenges, and those challenges are going to be mental. Now, you need to find a way of dealing with your mental challenges. You can join a sport, like I'm a bicycle. You can run, right, on your own if you can't afford a bicycle. But another thing is find a group of people who like what you like, and you become a team with those people. That is one of the things that will help you deal with any challenges that are coming through that you did not expect.